Good morning. We're having a rainy morning, man. It was just storming like crazy. The wind was going sideways, the rain was going sideways, the wind was going crazy. But I think the worst part is over. Anyway, so I'm getting back out here. It's about 7:30. Honestly, I slept a little late this morning. I was up on this thing until 11 o'clock last night trying to figure this out, what's going on. And I think I have figured some of the things out. One of the things I figured out is in the manual that for some reason customer support thinks I haven't read. It says you're supposed to click on the word normal on the mode screen, and mine doesn't say normal. It says all others. What I wasn't looking for all others. I was looking for the word normal because it's in parentheses normal, in parentheses in the manual, and it's not on the screen. So I wasn't looking for all others. That's a good one. So that was the first thing. So I can click all others, and when you do click on it, it doesn't give you option 1 and option 2 like the manual says. It gives you model numbers, and it's the model numbers of the other thermostats. So anyway, so I figured that out. So I can get rid of some of the configuration. The next thing I did is I went up and took the stop starts off of my machines last night, and didn't change anything. Didn't start anything or not. All right, so after checking all that, everything's in the right place. Except for the rear wasn't made to zone 2, so I'll give it that. But it says in the instructions if it's both zone 1, they'll both turn on at the same time, which that's happened before. They both turned on the blowers at the same time once, so that makes sense of why. So now one set is zone 1 and one set is zone 2, but that does not affect the thermostat working. So I have sent an email back to the people and basically said I was insulted that you told me to read the instruction manual. And they both wrote back and said, sorry about that. Yeah, it should work without internet. We're sending you a new unit. So they took all the information that I'd already sent them, which was my address, which is on the bill, a copy of the receipt of me buying the thing, which I'd already sent them, but that's okay, whatever. And the serial number of the unit that I have, which the guy typed in, I'll need this. And he typed in the serial number. So anyway, I put all that in one email and sent it back to them, and then they said they shipped out a new one for me. So that's great. So now we're just waiting on the new unit. I know that's what it is. And they told me to take the serial number off the back of that, whatever. I know that there's just something wrong with that unit. I mean, I believe in this product. After all this, I don't believe in their customer service. Well, I don't want to say customer support. Their customer support lady was nice. Their technicians, I don't believe in them at all. They didn't even try to diagnose or anything. Maybe you can't diagnose anything on these. They didn't read my emails. I know that, because I would repeat information that they already had. So, yeah, anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. They're sending me a new unit. If it works, I'll still like the product because there's nothing else even comparable right now. I mean, it lights up. You can see it. It's not the gray screen. It can hook to your phone. It can hook through Wi-Fi. So you'll literally be able to change this when you're out camping, right? Or you can be laying in bed and change it without having to get up. So I'm not knocking the product. I just need it to work. All right, enough ranting. I will go up there and install another fan. Let's see if we can do that today. Alright, so we got that fan in there, so I'll just run down and test it to make sure it comes up. I really don't want to put this one in yet because I'm not going to put it in until I'm done with all this, because I've been handing tools and all that stuff through here, and if I don't use this, then I have to carry them up that ladder, which I really don't want to do. It's a long way, where I can just set them in here. I can reach from inside the RV. So I'm going to leave this one alone for now. So we'll have one hole. Everything else is blocked off. And then it's just a matter of getting the parts back in and the new MicroAir and getting these things up and running. I still need to do that antenna at some point, but I'd really like to have all this settled before I go to that project. We're here to investigate this just a little bit. See what's going on here. All right, so that's just an unscrew. And then, that's a little nasty. And then these, a couple of them, well, the fronts are broken off already, so I think I'm just gonna pop it off. Will these fall on me? Those are on the gears. This is on a spring, so this is probably gonna spring down here. But the other ones will be fine. It looks like it's just smashed over. I may be able to just smash them back and push them out. I'll probably put bolts in there when I redo it though. Let me get some cutters or something, see if I can't smash those through and get this antenna off here. All right, so we got the antenna off there. It's seen better days. I had it just Gorilla taped up there just because it was breaking apart. It doesn't work. I just didn't want to take it off. So I need to come up with some kind of plate that has these 3 feet so I can bolt those back into the stand there, and then that way it'll stay level and work, and I can mount the new antenna right to that, and I can lift it and rotate it and all that with the mechanism that's already in there. That'd be nice. That'll be nice. All right, so let me take this down and we'll go figure something out. Alright, so it's coming out pretty decent. On these, I probably should have left these on there and just flipped them to the edge so they would be a little stronger. But that's alright. This is going to be the weak point, right? Oop, I'm pointing. This is going to be the weak point right here, probably. But it's okay. I mean, it's not bad. I could, yeah, I don't know. As I say, I could weld. But I don't know. I mean, it's a bracket. It's going to hold a little teeny light, super light antenna. And it's going to be, you know, into beam. So I think it'll be okay. If I feel it's, well, by the time I put the screws through there, you know, I put 4 holes and it gets bolted. That'll get mounted, so that'll stiffen it up on the antenna. So really the only pressure will be right here on this. So I may stiffen this neck up a little bit if I think it needs it. We'll see. All right, so really all I need to do is make 2 plates for the inside to catch the other side of those brackets, and then probably just tack them on there real carefully. And then I'll just be dressing it up. I'll probably round the corners and smooth them out and sand it down so it's not rough, and you know, all the things, but and paint it. But yeah, I think that's going to be okay. I need to drill a hole for the antenna connector. You know, I'll just put a good size hole there. And I need to drill the holes for the mounting. I got to figure out where I'm going to mount it exactly. Probably like that, something like that. Alright, so I still screwed this up. I got the bolts in, they work just fine. However, I must have slid it back or something. So it looks like a high school job. I'm going to have to cut this out, and I'll just cut it with scissors and cut a square out of here just so I'm plenty clear of that thing. Just, yeah, Yeah. Anyway, that's the quality work I do around here. Let me cut that out. All right, took a nice little lunch break. I'm getting back at this. I need to clamp this on here, and then that's why I made my little holes so I can tack weld this sucker in here like that. And that'll be my bracket to hold both sides of the pins, and I'll just need to drill through on all these. So there you go. I wonder if I should drill the holes before I tack it. No, I think I'll drill it after I put it on there. That way they're in line with each other. I gotta measure all that stuff too. All right, so let's clamp this on there straight, and then we'll pop her in there. All right, I think I'm out of gas as well, so I just gotta be really careful here. Let's turn this way down. Yeah. All right, she's not perfect, but I think she's gonna work. So I think I'm gonna go up on the roof and put that up in that thing and just kind of see how it sits in there. And if that all works good, then I'll hook the antenna to it. And then I'll just come back and trim it all up nice and make the corners nice and neat, 45s, and get all the burrs off. And then we'll paint her, primer, and paint her black. Don't we'll ever see it again. It's gonna have plenty of room, that's for sure. I'll probably cut that in and fold it more, but see what the rest of it does here. Get in the hole. So there you go, that's gonna work. We'll just bolt our antenna right to the top of that. It'll make it a lot stiffer. And then there you go. So we can cut our edges, 45s. It won't hurt nothing, won't hurt anything. And looks pretty good. All right, so I think that'll do it. She's all primed up, and we'll just let her dry overnight, and then we'll paint her black tomorrow. And then once that dries, we'll mount it up to our new antenna, and we'll get it up on top of our antenna mount. The American coaches were just different. They had that 3-prong system, and there is no aftermarket kits to fit that. They just don't have them. So yeah, all American coach people are kind of in a bind. So anyway, there's my answer to it. And again, we'll let it dry and paint it up black, mount it to the bottom of the antenna, and nobody will ever even notice it again. Okay, so MicroAir did send me the new thermostat that they said they would send me. So we'll get that plugged in. I do have a guy that's gonna come. We're gonna drill some bousts for his porch on the drill press. So I'll be doing that first, but I'll get back with you. And then we'll probably work on this antenna because the new base is nice and dry. Or maybe I'll work on that until he gets here. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll figure it out this morning. All right, so it's up and running. And I got so excited because I had to get up on the roof to put the covers on because the fans blow off if you don't have the covers on. And then I was like, well, I better get my camera and show. I don't know, I'm the worst YouTuber in the country. But anyway, there you go. The thing's running, it's working, the heat pumps are going. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited. I'll have to get up in here and tape all this up, get it all put up, and we'll put the tops back in and all that stuff, but it's, they're running. So I gotta let it run for 45 minutes so that the soft starts. That's their requirement. So I gotta get these things running for 45 minutes, but I am thrilled to have this thing running. I was just sweating that. I mean, it was just like, what is wrong? You know, this is all brand new stuff. How is it possible this isn't working? So just excited, they're running. All right, yeah, let's get this all buttoned up and then we'll worry about the next thing. Yay! All right, I probably should, I have these on full blast. I probably should wait until I turn them off to do it, but I'm too excited to wait, so I'm just gonna do it. Well, why it's running. All right, I'm gonna turn this, my little fancy dancy light on. I think it's so bright. And that's not even on bright. That's bright. All right, so I'll get up here and take this out, put this on speed so you don't have to listen to this thing. These things crank, man. Golly. All right. Alright, so one of the issues I have is it doesn't blow to the back very well. I mean, you can see it's just that little box that goes back there. I really don't even care that it goes to the front. I almost want to take this out and just have it all shove it back there. It might be good to have a little bit here, but this front stays nice and cool. It really doesn't need help. But the bedroom definitely needs help, and it just doesn't push the air back there that good. This is getting back here at least, but it just doesn't seem like the AC pushes back like it should. I think there was an option for a third AC unit for the bedroom back here. You could do it, cut a hole. I'm sure there's a place here for it. I read it with this fan. But anyway, so I built that little flapper there just to kind of, hopefully to get something to go that way. I'd like to angle it like that. I don't really know how to do that. I feel like I'm back in school and doing like an arts and crafts project or something, but there you go, built out of AL8 and John Deere boxes. We got us a nice little push that'll push that air back this way a lot more. It's really coming out now, which is great because it needs to come out down here. Oh yeah, that's working great. So that'll solve that problem. So we got another issue done. Don't look at how dirty my vents are. All right, so that's good. I like it. Put the vent cover on this one and call it finished. I do need to cover this hole though. Yeah, let me do that. Let me cover up the little holes first and then we'll go from there. All right, we got that in there. We got it all buttoned up. It's ready to go. I need to do some cleaning on this thing for sure. We did clean them once or twice, but they just get so, I don't know. Well, I guess they never really come clean. So we'll just keep working at it. You know, it's one of those things when you're like, well, I'll do it when I'm staying in it and I'm in there. And then you get there and then you're hiking and all that stuff and you're like, well, I'll get it when I get home. It's one of those things. All right, let me get this one set up. Let me block off the holes. We'll get this one put back together. Then we'll get up on the roof and get that last fan in there, I guess. All right, now it's just getting downright hot in here, but we got them up. Let's clean up our mess and we'll head up to the roof. Woo! All right, I pulled the shroud out of the shower. So this one's actually cut nice and neat at an angle. So I'll try to mimic that so it fits in there nice. But we got to get the fan in there first. So we'll go up and worry about that. We'll open up the fan here. I am planning on taking this bracket up and the bolts and screws that I'll need. Let's see, let's get that bolted to the antenna. So then we can just go up there and bolt this up. Yeah. That's the bad thing about running those machines for an hour is that it's going to be putting out cold air out there because it's taking the heat out of the air and then pushing out cold air. And then the warm air goes inside the way the heat pump works. So, all right, Mr. King Jack. Well, I hope I didn't dump them trees. I did everywhere. All right, Mr. King Jack, let me get a Phillips screwdriver and we'll let Mr. King Jack on. Oh, there's a hole. There it is. Like somewhere there's a hole. Leave it loose till I get them all in there, I guess. very good. Our bracket on our king jack should be high flying. All right, let's go. Oh, I'm getting excited about this. Let's go put Mr. King on, then we'll worry about the fan. All right, looks like a different place up here with the covers on and all the stuff put away. That's pretty neat. I am going to tell you, I climbed all the way up here. And I know I did let the dog out and use the restroom and got a drink and whatever, but I forgot to bring the daggone stuff to lube that up. Anyway, so let's get this antenna mounted, then I'll go down and get the stuff and lube this thing and put this cover on and we'll be done with this. Other than we still have to goop it up, but that's more to come on that. All right, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Oh, the screw's loose on this one. I wonder why the screws are loose on them. All right, that's funny. I was like, man, this thing's a little floppy. I guess I just screwed the screws in until they got hard. I didn't really check to see if they were screwed down all the way. Matter of fact, I still need to tighten this side just a little bit. But that's funny. They do get really hard to screw in, but they get tight. So, all right, let me run down and get the lube that I forgot, and we'll lube this up, and then we'll finish this project out. All right, so we'll have to go down and hit the button and see this thing go down. We will also have to figure out how to put the booster on the other side because it plugs into 120 and or 110. I don't know that I have that right there. So I may have to figure out if it'll run on 12 volt or what the dealio with that is, but we'll get it figured out. All right, well, that didn't do good. All right, that design was a little flawed, I think. We'll see when I get over here. It might be just my vantage point, but it looks bent. All right, so I thought it was bent in this. It is because the cable where it hooks to this isn't allowing it to go down any further. That is not good. That is not good. So I don't even know how we get around that. We have to offset this antenna. Oh, I didn't design it that way. Phooey, phooey. I mean, come on. Well, shoot. I guess I'll build a plate that I'll put weld to this. It'll come this way, and then put the antenna over here somewhere so that this can be next to. That would have to be all the way over here. That sucks. All right, well, I did not think of that at all. King Jack, why'd you put that in the center? I thought it was on to something. Yeah. All right, well, let me go down and raise this up. The other problem I'm going to have is I got my bolts going in here. That's going to hit that, so I need to switch these around the other way so that the bolts go that way so that this thing can clear and go up in there. So there's another problem. Who designed this? Okay, well, that's where we're at with it. That sucks. I was not expecting that. So let me put this back up and take it off, and I will regroup, and we'll have to figure something else out. That's all there is to it. I can complain about it, or I can just go down and get fixing. All right, so I got my little the little vent. So let's get this out of here. Yeah. Move this stuff over. I should have brought a knife. I'm tougher than that. All right, I got my little heater warming up over here, so we can just get to it. Get to it. All right. Let that cool off for a second, and we'll go put this thing up in there. All right, well, I'm gonna go set you up there because that's the last time I can, and then I'm gonna carry this fan up around, and I'll meet you up there. I'm up here. I need to get the butyl tape, which is over there. We'll put it around where the screws go. We'll drop it in the hole. We'll plug it in and drop it in the hole. And we'll be covered. All right, so that's our last big hole there to fill in. Now we just got to goop around it all. I was going to use that tape on some of this, but I don't think I can do it in here. It wouldn't get down in there good enough. So, you know, I got that die-core stuff. I'll probably use a little of both. I may try to tape around like the fridge vent and the outside of this. I don't know. We'll just play with it and see what happens. But I definitely am going to have to die-core some of this in here anyway. I don't know if I can put a piece of tape over top of that or not. I don't know. Whatever. So I definitely got to use die-core around the antenna because it's a circle. Yeah, we'll just have to play with it and find out. But I still got to do my plumbing before I do that, because once I crack those die-core things, I don't want to. And I'd really like to just go ahead and finish my antenna. So we're in good shape. I mean, it's looking really good up here. I mean, I'm glad to have this done for sure. You know, it's good to have it protected for another 20 plus whatever years. So it'd be nice to have these machines on here, worry-free, brand new. Hopefully they last for a long, long time. Already having heat pumps in them is so nice. I mean, they kick on, they cool this place, or they warm this thing up in no time at all. Fixing that vent so the air goes to the back, that's really cool. That's going to be a nice addition. So putting a nice clean plastic around the fridge probably didn't need to be done yet, but was getting close. You know, plastic gets that sun and it just starts getting brittle over time. So it's probably good that it was done so it doesn't leak in there. We'll get these sewer pipes covered with those new wind changing vent covers so that the smell can't go in the RV, it goes out. And get the antenna fixed and we'll be in good shape. All right, I wasn't even thinking about this. My wife just got home from the store with groceries that cost $10 gazillion, so that's great. But you got to eat. So I need to mark this and then cut it at this angle. I want to do kind of nice what they did, so that probably fits in there good. So whoever did this one took it their time. But so let me mark this up on mine and then trace it out, and then we'll get her cut and get it installed. All right, I got this cut out at the angle and everything. It looks pretty decent. It's okay. I mean, I don't say it's beautiful. But I'm going to take a screwdriver in and see if I can't get this thing mounted, see if it fits. Well, let's clean the roof first. Get that wire, boy, that wire's tough. Right in the dang way. What's on that thing? Yeah, did I do this right? Probably not. It should be thicker. Yeah, it's got to be right. It's just not going in there yet. There we go. We got that side in. Let's see what's going on with this side. It's like the hole's not right. Set it up. What the heck? Huh. Those were good to us. Alright, so that side's in. That should help. Oh yeah, there you go. Well, that's much better. But this thing is not fitting exactly. That's tight compared to the other ones. But it fits. Okay. Ooh. Scared at me. Alright, this is the trim that goes here. Fix this wallpaper. Our wallpaper issue over here. Might need to take the other piece off to get the wallpaper back up, to get that piece on there correctly on that side. See how it's jammed up here? Oh, that's gonna have a heart attack when she sees the shower though, because I'm getting dirty. But it's the price you pay to play. Look at that. Still, it wants to go right back to its original home. Come on. Work with me. I'm trying to fix you, little guy. I'm trying to give you a new home. All right, hey, I wanted to show you this one thing. Again, I'm not trying to sell you this. I don't make any money if you buy them or anything like that. They gave me this one, but I don't make any money if you buy them. But I do like it. And then another feature that I found on here, let's see, get you set here. Another feature I found on here is, look at this. It has these 2 USB ports on the side, so I can charge my phone or my GoPro batteries when I'm on the farm with DeWalt batteries. That's pretty slick because I'm usually limited on how much I can shoot out of the farm. And this will allow me just to play around all day long. So I think that's pretty slick, so I'll be using that. But again, I'm not trying to say this. I just think it's really cool. If I didn't, I wouldn't even be talking about it. I'd just be showing it to you and doing the minimum. But I think you're going to see that in a lot of videos coming up because it's kind of, I mean, it's neat. All right, so I was on the phone, so I don't know what I talked about, what I didn't talk about, but I got this in here, and I got the new frame in. I just needed longer screws. I do have all the little wood pugs for that. They're over there. I'll get those put in later. Yeah, so we're in a good place. Glad I got this thing torn down, so that's nice. It's out of the way now. So that's cool. I'll move that pallet here in a second. But it opens the space back up. I need to start throwing things away. You know, I wasn't sure if we're going to reuse stuff or what stuff was or whatever. So now I can start getting rid of stuff. I've been trying to throw away stuff as we go on. That's my trash pile going now. But I got these. I'll probably just put these down in the burn pile. And then, yeah, rearrange all this. But yeah, we're a lot cleaner than we were. We're starting to gain space back. What a great project. Of course, we're not anywhere near done yet. But it is definitely coming along, right? So that's what I've been working on. It's a good Saturday afternoon project. Clean, 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 clean. All right, I'll catch up with you guys when I do something, if I do anything else. I'm probably just gonna rearrange and straighten up with whatever, try to get organized and figure out what I need to do next. It's kind of what we do around here, isn't it? All right, cool.